Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make sewing pattern weights. I just found that this is a very much easier way to hold on to your paper patterns when you're cutting the paper pattern on your fabrics than to use pins. It's a lot more easier and faster. So let's go ahead with the tutorial then. Okay, as you can see, I have a piece of scrap fabric. It's best to use cotton, of course, but you can also use any other like satin or anything like that. It's really your choice. So I have cut the fabric using a rotary cutter, 30 cm by 20 cm. So you should have a rectangle piece of cut fabric like so. Next, I am going to fold the fabric lengthwise like this, and I am going to stitch the sides. So the seam allowance is about 6 mm or so. It all depends on how much allowance you want, so I leave that up to you. So here I'm going to stitch it, back stitch, so that the stitches don't unravel. Next, I am going to fold the two sides so that the seams meet in the center, and I'm going to sew it up about 2/3 of the way so that there is a little gap for our beans filling or rice filling that you want to put in later. Now turn the fabric inside out. Here I have a piece of paper and I'm going to roll it and make it into a funnel. So I'm just going to, it all depends whether you want to use a ready-made funnel, or this is one way that you can actually make your own. Since the gap is kind of small in that fabric that we sewed earlier, I found that this is the best way to do it. So here I'm placing a tape so that it will not come undone, and I'm going to cut this funnel into two. And I have placed this where the gap is on that fabric, and I'm going to fill it up with some rice. You can also use lentils, you can use beads, anything that you have lying around that you don't want to really use. Like for me, we didn't really like this rice, so I have used it for my DIY craft instead. So now that's that done, just fold in the seam allowance and make sure to tug in any fray ends or anything like that. Tug it in and then use a piece of thread and needle and sew it up by hand. You can also use a machine if you want to make sure to have a nice finished seam, but I found that it was just too messy for me, so I just used a needle and thread and I hand stitched it. So I've already done a few of this already. It just took me about 15 minutes to get all this done. So if I can do it, so can you. So here I have my fabric for a sewing project. So I've laid it out and I am going to place my pattern pieces on it, and I'm going to put on the paper weights, so that way I don't have to pin it in place and then cut. All you have to do is just put these weights. These not only serve as sewing pattern weights, they can also be used as paper weights as well. I hope you found this tutorial useful. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.